How's everybody doing? My name's Weezy Pacheco. Welcome to my channel. So I want to go ahead and do this quick video because I just started something, so I don't know, whatever. But I'm just out here. I'm doing some cycling. You can say I've been fat. I don't even remember the last time I had an actual meal. I just had a cookie with no sugar, and I went for a bike ride. Now I'm gonna go do some shit because I have to do something tomorrow early. And oh man, my sleep has been really fucked up recently. Today in the morning I was able to get some hours of sleep because I went for like 2 days with no sleep just because I would lay in my bed and I was just unable to sleep just because of the fasting or whatever. But whatever, shit, I'll do whatever it takes to get rid of all this fucking fat that I still have on me. So anyhow, the reason why I decided to make the video is because I found this. I'm always sharing this. I found this thing on YouTube that that it's basically the 4 agreements, but it's an audio book, right? So I've been sharing that on my page on Facebook, and I also listen to it a lot. I listen to it to go to sleep. I'm constantly listening to it because the shit that I've learned from Miguel Ruiz is like, I don't even know how to explain it, man. It's more than life changing. It's just, oh man, it's crazy. But anyhow, so there's this part on that audio book, on the 4 Agreements audio book, where Miguel Ruiz talks about talks about that it seems like people had a sign on them that says "kick me," and oh man, it's so crazy that sometimes I get so I don't know. See, the thing is that, okay, so let's say so sometimes people would do like some, like that sort of stuff, that like asking to be kicked, and I'll just say it to them, and I'll just be like, yo, like they'll do some shit that's like, I'm like, that makes no fucking sense. So then I'll go ahead and tell them, and I'll just be like, oh, my spiritual teacher says that people that it seems like people had like that. So whenever someone does something that that it seems like they're asking to be kicked, I'll just go ahead and tell them, and I'll just be like, oh, my spiritual teacher says that it seems like people had a sign on them that says "kick me," and I'll just hit them with that because it's fucking insane the shit that people do. But anyhow, to me it seems like, oh man, it's so fucking crazy. It seems like people had a huge fucking sign, like one of those signs that are on the highway, like the commercial ads, or I don't know what they're called, but those huge signs that are on the road, usually like on highways. It seems like that. It seems like people fucking had and it's crazy, man. And so and then I start to think about it, and I'm like, oh shit, that's how, it's like I try not, and then like I guess people do it unconsciously because they're domesticated, right? And I was speaking about that on my Facebook page, how from a Toltec wisdom point of view, and it makes so much sense. Like, motherfucker, education is nothing but a domestication, and that's like Stone Cold says, that's the bottom line. So it's like, and then I also said that on my page on Facebook, that this is also in the 4 agreements, that that there's one person in 1,000 that's not fully domesticated. And I relate that, or I compare it to, like, over here, I guess everywhere, how there's just bums, like, there's bums everywhere, like all over the world. So like I remember in Philly, like there's this bum that we used to call him Broom Man. That's pretty funny, but and whatever. But then there's this so it's like I'm always out on the street, right? Like riding my bicycle or whatever. And then whenever So that those people that are 1 in 1,000 to me, how I identify them, they're usually just fucking bums on the street that they don't give a fuck, man. They're just, you know, they have, fuck, man, like they have everything that they need. So I remember this one time, like I used to go to this, how do you call it? This like Hindu temple with this guy that actually he's a good friend of mine. And then he used to tell me how people, like he would go to India to you know, for his Hindu thingy or whatever, to go to that place where the Ganga, I forgot what it's called, that river that's like so polluted, whatever the fuck the name of that river is. So then he would travel to India just because that's what his religion teaches people, is to go to the great, whatever you call that river. So he would go to that river, I think it's in India, and then he would tell me that, like, that how he would just be like walking, like I guess like on the side of the river, and then all of a sudden he would see like some fucking guy that just, you know, just like out on the street next to the river, just praising whatever the fuck. And then a guy would tell me that he would run up to him and kiss his feet, just because to him that was like God in person or something, you know. And it's funny because I'm always on my bicycle, and then I'll catch, like, you know, like that, like I made that video where that dude was asking me for change, like I'll catch him like that, and like to me, like those motherfuckers are so raw because they're not domesticated, they're wild as fuck, man. They, you know, so it's basically the same thing that the guy was saying at the Hindu temple, that, you know, he'd be in India and shit, and then he'll see a dude all, you know, just barefooted walking next to the river, and he would run up to him and like get on his knees and shit and kiss his feet. And I was like, I thought it was so cool. I was like, what the fuck? You know, like, how you gonna do some shit like that? But now, you know, it makes a lot of sense because it, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, man, people are domesticated as fuck, man, and it's crazy. And I'm constantly dealing with people, like, you know, I guess we all do, like on the street, like the neighbors and all this shit. And it, oh man, it really does, man. It seems like, and even, oh man, we could even go even, just to even like sentimental relationships. It is fucking insane, man. It seems like people have a fucking huge sign. Like, to me, that's what it seems like. You know, like those signs that are out on the highway, like asking to be kicked hard as fuck. And it's in the 4 agreements, man. Miguel Ruiz says it himself, man. It seems like people are asking to be fucking kicked. And it's crazy, man. And now that I think about it, it's like, shit, I might, you know, and then I think about shit and I'm like, fuck, I think I used to do that same thing when I didn't have the conscience or the awareness that I have now, right? I think about shit that I've done and I'm like, oh shit, and that's how basically, you know, like I'm not trying to judge anyone, but it seems like it, man. It's fucking crazy, and it's basically because we're domesticated, right? We've been taught a whole bunch of bullshit. Like 95% of the shit we know is just basically lies. So I don't know, man. I just wanted to make that video, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight, and I have some shit that I have to do tomorrow early. So whatever, man. I'm gonna go do some other shit that I want to do, and then I'll probably just end up fucking doing push-ups all night or whatever. I'm not hungry at all, and yeah. So, and I definitely don't want to eat, man. I want to get rid of this fat. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day.